Jonathan woke up slowly. Not on the cold floor of Uncle Peter's shop, but in his own bed. That was the first strange thing. The second strange thing was that he didn't remember how he got home. His head throbbed. His body felt heavy, like sleep had wrestled him to the ground and won. Jonathan sat up. His room was quiet. Too quiet. Then he noticed the cold. A thin, unnatural cold that did not belong to the night. He turned his head. In the corner of the room, something hovered. Not standing. Not sitting. Floating. The ghost watched him silently. No smile. No anger. Just waiting. Jonathan's mouth went dry. So, he whispered, "I fainted, and this is how I die." The ghost tilted its head. "No," it replied calmly. "You fainted, and this is how it continues." Jonathan swallowed. "Why am I in my bed?" The ghost drifted closer, the air growing colder with every inch. "Because," it said, "you borrowed something, and returns don't erase consequences." Jonathan lay back slowly, staring at the ceiling. This was worse than fainting. Much worse. Because this time, he was awake. Jonathan pulled his blanket up to his chin like it was a shield. The ghost floated nearer, silent, cold, and expressionless. "Don't come closer," Jonathan warned. The ghost stopped, but tilted its head like it was thinking. Then, in a flat voice, it said, "You fainted on company property. I had to file a report." Jonathan blinked. "A what?" The ghost nodded solemnly. "A fainting incident. Section 4B of the Borrowed Spirits Agreement." Jonathan's heartbeat skipped. "Agreement? What agreement?" The ghost pointed lazily at the wall. Jonathan turned and gasped. Carved faintly into the paint were glowing words: "Borrowed spirits must be kept safe. Returns do not terminate attachment." Jonathan read it twice. Then looked at the ghost. "What does that even mean?" The ghost shrugged. "It means, my friend, I still live here." Jonathan fell back on the bed. He stared at the ceiling, whispering to himself, "I should have just suffered in peace." The next morning, Jonathan dragged himself to the bathroom. His reflection looked tired, but what scared him was the second reflection behind him. The ghost, brushing invisible teeth. Jonathan jumped. "Can you not haunt my mirror?" The ghost frowned. "Haunting is a job title. I'm just staying." Jonathan sighed and walked to the kitchen. He didn't even have food to cook. The ghost followed him. "I could make you breakfast." Jonathan glared. "You don't eat." The ghost mocked. "I didn't say for me." Jonathan froze. "What do you mean?" Before he could finish, the toaster switched on by itself. Bread slid in. The stove lit. A pan floated up and began to sizzle eggs he didn't even have. Jonathan backed away slowly. "I think you're overqualified for this house." Later that day, Jonathan went out to find Mark. He needed answers. When Mark saw him, he laughed. "Bro, you look like you saw a ghost." Jonathan didn't even blink. "I saw too." Mark stopped laughing. "What do you mean too?" Jonathan explained everything, from Uncle Peter's shop to the second ghost. Mark's smile faded completely. He leaned closer and whispered, "Bro, nobody borrows two ghosts." Jonathan frowned. "Then how?" Mark grabbed his shoulder. "You don't understand. Uncle Peter doesn't lend two ghosts. He sells one and assigns one." Jonathan's chest tightened. "What's the difference?" Mark swallowed hard. "One serves you," he paused, And the other owns you. Jonathan went pale. The ghost, who had followed quietly, smiled faintly. I told you, it said, returns don't erase consequences. Jonathan stared at the ghost. Owns me, he repeated slowly. Like, legally. The ghost nodded. Spiritually. Emotionally. Slightly psychologically. Jonathan exhaled shakily. So what happens now? The ghost checked an invisible wristwatch. Now, it said casually. We renegotiate your life. Jonathan blinked. My life. Yes, the ghost replied. You've been using it inefficiently. Jonathan looked up at the sky, then back at the ghost. Do I at least get weekends off? The ghost smiled. Humans never ask that. And somewhere, very far away, Uncle Peter sneezed. Wow. It turned out, the ghost was boring him.